C-Jizzle J Weeks Entertainment presents Black to the Basics, the People's Podcast. J-Erv, C-Jizzle J Weeks.
Black to the basics, and no it ain't racist. Talking about what we're hated, getting underrated, thinking that we're uneducated. Black to the basics, 3 kings, 3 rings, that are talking about real life things, real life things. Old news, sports news, black love, self-love, you choose. Black to the basics.
Like I was saying, if black people just stick together, there's nothing that we can't accomplish.
Every day we fight for this life, trying to do good for our people, praying that they don't take our life. Every day is like good versus evil. Turn to the mic so we can talk about it. Vision so clear you couldn't see without it. It's time to get black to the basics, all about the culture of all the black faces. Black to the basics, and no it ain't racist. Talking about what we're hated, getting underrated, thinking that we're uneducated. Black to the basics, 3 kings, 3 rings, that are talking about real life things, real life things.
Hey, we are here. Black to the Basics, aka the People's Podcast. I am your host and 1/3, Mr. J Weeks, here with my man
J-Erv, VA all day, 2 up, 2 down. You know what it is when J-Erv is in your town. What's going on, fellas?
Yes,
What's
sir.
going on, fellas? This your boy C-Jizzle, aka Mr. Bring That Heat, Florida born, South Georgia raised, bringing you the best of both worlds.
Hey, we here, fellas.
Let's get it,
We
y'all.
here.
Let me get a cleaner repass.
We talked about it. We posted, and we here. You know, the people have waited. They requested us, and we told them we was gonna bring the heat. Man, how y'all feel?
Man, it's been crazy. Like, you know, so just the response we getting, overwhelming, dog. Like, you know, every day is something different. You know, it's just the energy is there. So I'm happy to be here. And most importantly, I'm happy to be with my brothers, man. So let's get it.
Hey, just kind of piggyback off that, I'm glad to be up here with you fellas. You know, we had this idea, felt like, a few weeks ago, time has just flown by.
Flying.
And just to see what we've been able to do in this short amount of time, man,
Right.
I'm just so optimistic about, you know, this podcast and, you know, what we're going to have in the future.
Of course, man. It's amazing what happens when we come together.
Yes, sir.
Just like the intro.
All day, man. All day.
Shout out to Jen for that intro, by the way.
Hey,
Shout out to
Miss
my,
Wood.
I love you, girl.
Hey.
That's my baby, y'all.
Hey, before we start any show, man, we want to make sure we educate the people. So we got to give you the black fact of the day with your man C-Jizzle.
All right, the black fact of the day brought to you by Mr. Bring That Heat. Kind of the preface before we go into it a little bit. One of the things that I have in common with my fellas right here is that, you know, we all some video game heads growing up. I want to give a shout out. Yeah, you give me the business. All right, well, I want to bring up Gerald Anderson Lawson, aka Jerry. He was an American electric engineer and one of the few African American engineers in the industry at this time, right? He's known for designing the Fairchild Channel F video game console, as well as pioneering the commercial video game cartridge. He is the reason why you can go buy Madden on a disc and take it home and put it in your PS4 or your Xbox and play the game. It's something that I had no idea
This
about.
is a black dude?
This is a black dude, bruh.
Man,
I never heard that. Never heard that.
but you know, that's how it always is. You know, we always be the minds behind the great
Yes.
ideas. You feel me?
Yes.
That's good. That's good stuff, CJ.
That's dope,
Yes.
man.
So now when my son, you know, continues to play games, I'm gonna say, well, at least that was black man.
Hey, side note, you know, if y'all ever want to get that work, Madden, 2K,
Xbox and PS4.
whatever, it's
Oh,
universal.
he like that.
Universal.
He like
Tell
that.
your son, man, it don't matter the ages.
Oh,
It don't matter the ages.
you taking kids
Hey,
outside?
listen, man, Mario Kart, whatever y'all want to do.
No, don't do the Mario Kart.
Whatever y'all want to do. We got to do Nintendo 64 Mario Kart. I ain't,
Oh, all day. Forward. Let's get it.
Oh no! I want that Dreamcast Mario.
Oh, man, you
Oh,
don't
we
want this.
taking it back.
Real.
Yes.
Let's go.
That's good, man. So appreciate the black fact of the day. And you know, up here at Black to the Basics, we got to keep our ears to the street. So we're gonna give it to my man J-Erv to give us that heat. Word on the street. What you got for us, dog? With the word on the street.
Word on the street. So I know people have seen the viral video of Delonte West. First of all, shout out to that young brother.
Yeah.
Praying for his mental health.
Definitely.
But the video recording that was circulating around the internet the last couple of days was actually body cam footage from a police officer. So that officer in Prince George County up in Maryland, he's been suspended for the video going public. So what they want to know is why or how.
They're trying to make it look bad. Like you would just assume that was somebody standing to the side.
I thought it was somebody just recording. That was actually from the body cam.
That was from the body cam from that footage. But the footage beforehand showing the Delonte getting beat up, that was from somebody in their car. So my thinking is, the world we live in, right? Instead of you recording that, why does somebody get out and help that
bro?
You know what I'm saying? Everybody's looking for that world star. You know who you are. Right. That world star trying to get them viral views, man. But you got to think, a lot of people go through that type of stuff. So instead of
mental health is real, man. It's
very, very real. This gentleman has been suffering this since he retired from the NBA, and most surprisingly, all these athletes and former teammates like, let's get this brother some help.
True.
Delonte was crazy that he was in the league, and let me not say that. He had some issues when he played basketball.
Even before.
So to let, these brothers coming out now saying supportive, they should have got involved beforehand. You know what I mean? So everything doesn't need to be posted. Just get behind the scenes and, check on your people.
Nah, I definitely understand that. But definitely we want to, shout some prayers out, some positive energy towards him, man. So definitely you get the help that he needs on that. I mean, it's already bad when you're doing, in a bad situation, but to be recorded at that same token on there, and then being at your lowest point, and somebody just recorded it based on who you are. Because if he was a regular person, would they really be recording it like that? Or?
Nah. I don't think it went as viral, but it's just like when I looked at the comments, people are like, "Oh, dang, how you go from the NBA to this?" And if you don't have that strong foundation, as far as like with your money, your mental health, and Marshawn Lynch said it best, man, when he talked to the young brothers. Take care of your body, take care of your mental, and take care of y'all chicken.
Mental is definitely
a big thing though is his support group. His family, his friends. Like I hate that it has to come to this for him to get the help that he needs. So make sure young people, old people, keep your circle tight and keep it with people who will take care of you. Before it's out on TV. Before
and it's okay to need help, to say that you need to be helped for. So definitely make sure that if you are experiencing things or you feel a certain way, that you go get checked. You get somebody that's going to be a support system, because sometimes, like you said, you may think you got things under control, but
you don't.
It's hard. It's already hard to, I would say, just being an NBA star, right? Then having money, but also having a background where you ain't used to having money.
Right.
And you get billions of dollars, different things like that. And to go from not having it to having it, and then, I don't know a situation, but let's say, and losing it, right?
It does not look like he still has it.
Right. So I'm saying just losing it, and then now you're going to just have a regular life, So that's a lot to contend with. So definitely with that, you want to make sure that you're looking out for your people. Definitely that, man. I definitely wouldn't want to get caught in my worst moment like that.
2 points before we go, or switch topics on that. So listen, people, and very, very important.
Yeah.
Everybody's not crazy, okay?
Yes.
So when you see your loved ones or your friends acting erratic, before you go and say, "Man, what's wrong?" or "He crazy," check on them, man, because you never know. Suicide rates are up, especially amongst our young youth.
Yes.
So take care of your people. So.
Yeah, you definitely, like you said, mental health is real.
It's real.
And it's something that, and we sweep it on the rug.
You going to see a psychiatrist, or you crazy? Or you going to see a counselor, or you crazy? Like, no, we cannot have that mindset.
Right.
We have to be able to express how we feel. And when you see something that's not right, you have to speak up. Don't wait till it's too late, because it can be too late.
Yeah, look out for your people. So yeah, man, appreciate us, that word on the street that you just gave us, my man.
No doubt.
So I guess before we really get into the meat and potatoes, we got to really let people know, how did this come about? How did the Black to the Basics, people see the logo, they see us, they see, our dope photos. Shout out to our photographer. You know,
my lovely wife Aubrey.
Hey, go ahead, shout out our business, man.
Anchored Memories, photography in Atlanta, man. If you need that work, we got you. Appreciate
Check it
it.
out. Hey, she stood outside in 35-degree weather.
Oh, I heard about it.
Flicking it up. Flicking it up. So definitely shout out to that. That's our photographer. So
Back on and operated, baby.
hey,
Absolutely.
all the day. So we go. So I'm gonna look over to my man C-Jizzle to kind of let the people know, how did this all come about?
So I've been a talker my whole life, you know. This is something I wanted to do for a long, long time. I was introduced to you gentlemen a little bit later on in my life. We was at a showcase. Shout out to J Weeks. We was at one of his showcases, and you know, this young brother got up there and he blew everybody away, stole the show. So while we was listening to, you know, Mr. Weeks do his thing, I went to J-Erv and was like, "Hey man, we should really start a podcast." And first thing J-Erv said was, "Man, that's crazy you brought that up." Because I had the same vision. You know, we actually talked about this, you know, a year or two ago, but nothing ever really came from it. So at that point, you know, with me being as out front of as I am, I wanted to approach you right away, but I didn't want to take away from your showcase. So, you know, we waited. I don't even think I waited 24 hours when the showcase was over. It was like, I'm texting, "Hey bro, we got to get this podcast started." And then you mentioned, "Hey, that's funny." You know, J-Erv had mentioned this a few years ago. So you know, just hanging with you all.
Yeah. It was crazy. Like, as soon as he said, I'm like, man, you know, like, let's do it. You know, I got the call. I forgot where I was at. Man, I think I might have been driving in traffic. We was like, "Yo, how you feel about a podcast?" I'm like, what are we talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? What are we doing? Let's go.
Waiting on.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause like, we had multiple conversations. You know, like I said, me and C-Jizzle, well, you know, connected right off the bat when I first met him. You know what I'm saying? I don't really do that with a lot of people because, you know, you gotta weed the genuine people out.
Yes.
Right. We was, you know, walking our little, you know, health is wealth trail up Stone Mountain
on Sundays.
So we had a long conversation coming down all 50 minutes of that walk. And you know, here we are.
Still source.
Right.
Yeah,
We
man.
gotta get back on that bottle.
Definitely, Stone Mountain Sundays. We gonna. Hey, we got the people now. We need y'all out there. Stone Mountain Sundays. We gonna set it up. But yeah, I remember you. I think you texted me actually. So my man J-Erv texted me like, "Hey, why we gonna have a podcast?" Just like that. I was like, I don't know. He was like, "What are we waiting on?" I said, "Man, I've been thinking about it for a while, but just trying to really make sure that I had something to say." He was like, "Yo, we need to talk about it." And like you said, I think a few months or weeks went by, never said something. And then you hit me up with the same thing and said it to me. And I said, "Look, man, I'm not really an ideas person. I'm more like, you give it to me, I'm going to run with it. I'm going to execute it.
We'll run with it.
So I'm an execution person. When you told me, I said, "Hey, let's have a meeting. Let's go over it." And literally, man, we went from a meeting to now we right here on your airwaves. You know, we right there on the YouTube right here. So we here for you. So I'm glad that it's here. And I'm glad that, you know, people have supported us and continue supporting us. So I'm definitely excited about that. I don't know how y'all feel, man.
I'm excited, man. Like I told you, man, I got people, you know, hitting us up like, "Dude, like, y'all got something special."
Yeah.
And when you have people that's not asking you, like, you know, saying like, "Can I get on?"
Right.
We just want, when's the show dropping? That's
True.
That's all I've been hearing. And all I've been saying is, stay tuned. So they're like, "Yo, you tell me stay tuned one more time, that's no problem." But you know what I'm saying?
Drop the episode.
It's
The people want it, the people got it. We are here.
Hey, the People's Podcast, man. That's what we said. And it's funny because look, when we were trying to decide to come up with a name, right? So I had a name that I wanted, but I was like, it's probably a throwaway. They ain't gonna like it. So I'm like, yeah, Black to the Basics. And then everybody looked at each other like,
That was
that's
it.
it.
So he ain't really breaking it down, right? So we came for this meeting and we had an idea that, you know, we needed to come up with a name. So we didn't write anything down beforehand because we kind of wanted to be genuine.
right.
So we got in here and we said that name. It was like,
Why did we miss it?
but that's perfect. I mean, we just knew it. So at that point, it became real. Like, it was real to us.
Now, CJ,
name.
I got a question for you. So do you think that was off the dome? Because I have a feeling like nothing that this man does is, listen people,
Mr. Calculator.
nothing that this man does is not calculated. So he tried to play it off like, oh my God,
I just know that.
y'all building the suspense. Then Back to the basics. I look, oh, that's it. We over here like, man, we ain't thinking that. We want to be authentic. My man had it scripted, so We know what it is, man. You know,
hey man, you know everything with me got to be calculated.
See, he just told me so. I told you, he had that at the top.
It's true, man. I thought about the idea, and I just, when you hear black to the basics, to me it immediately takes me back to being a kid, being a teenager.
Absolutely.
So and that's really what this show is about. And we want y'all to know this is not just a podcast. This is so much bigger. This is a movement. This is a feeling. This is getting your hair cut on a Saturday. You getting dropped off and you gotta wait till your mom pick you up.
Right.
This is, hey, all my cousins on my grandma's house, we gotta make this pallet because we all sleeping on the floor.
All 20 of them.
Good old days right there, baby. Good old days.
This is, hey, it's summertime. We gotta load up and go to the pool, and we ain't coming back to the afternoon because you know you ain't trying to go in the house because you might get stuck.
You had to stay in the house. Y'all had that rule though?
Oh,
What? Man, listen.
You come in, you stay in.
Let me tell you something. I know it's probably about to sound real gross what I'm about to say. But as a kid, you learn to love the water from the water hose. Because you were scared to go in the house.
that thing.
You turn that water hose on, oh my God. That's the best water on the planet.
It hit different. Have you been playing all day?
Yeah, 90-something degree weather all year.
Hey, but I can imagine them parents through that summer looking at that water bill like, well, come over here one more time.
What you want us to do? Man? Stay outside and die of dehydration or come in the house.
It's funny that you say that, man, because my grandmother, man, she used to always have ice cold water. Like, always. Like, if she had nothing else there, she was going to have her Pepsi. But you better not touch that.
Better not touch the
You
Pepsi.
was going to die. I don't care who you were. So she always had that ice cold water. But I remember my grandma even took it a step further with coming in. Like, if you went outside, you better have a key. Because she ain't about to let you in. You know, after about a certain time, you ain't got no key. I see you tomorrow. Like, so that's what it is. But when we think about black to the basics, you know, let's just get into it. You know, let's just go ahead and get right into it. Why, you know, and I'm talking to my man C-Jizzle right now. Why is this even important? Why should people even tune to us, listen to us, subscribe? Like, why is it even important?
But one thing is, I want people to know that when we come together and we have a vision, there's nothing or no one that can stop us.
All day.
And this is just a testament. I wanted to show my son, of course, leave him something, but be able to show my son that you don't have to go work a 9 to 5 to be successful. You can come up with a great idea and you can get some like-minded brothers that feel the same way you feel, and you can make things happen. And you can make things happen quickly.
Yep.
That's what black to the basics means to me.
All day. What about you,
Man,
man?
for me, it's just, you know, black excellence, man. Like, you know, just having that support from the people, my brothers, and just watching this thing take off. It's like, we need to portray that black unity because it's there. The media doesn't portray us sticking together, but believe it or not, people,
It's there.
there's a lot of us out here sticking together.
It's there.
Right now, with the times of how it is, you know, I'm not gonna get into that right now. But
We're going to talk about it.
I know. But for us, you know, as a people, as a community, just sticking together that way, when our kids are growing up, they can see, oh, they weren't just out, you know, doing X, Y, and Z. They actually was doing some things, getting some businesses in order.
Right.
You know, just being positive, that role model for the people.
Yeah, and y'all, you know, hitting on me like just being calculated. For me, I'm always thinking about the next move. And to me, when we came up with the idea, I'm like, this is just so much bigger than just a podcast. Like, we can take this wherever we want. We can move it however. But more importantly for me, being African American, black, however you want to call it, it was important for me to have something where people could look and see somebody that looks like them.
Yes.
Right.
It was important to show our sons, like, you can do things positive and don't have to have the one track of, oh, you got to do sports. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It was important for me to bring some positivity to kind of dispel some of the myths and stereotypes that we have going on.
Because they out there.
Oh, definitely.
They out there.
You know, according to, if you were to look at social media, all we do is cheat and
Lie,
lie.
cheat, and steal.
That's it.
That's
You know
it.
what I'm saying?
I actually had an employee told me that. All black men lie, cheat, and steal.
Now,
That's
what kind
I actually was told that. German man. I was at a German restaurant.
What?
I'm not even going to say the name
Nah,
of it.
yeah,
No, I got you.
But yeah, I was told I was 16 years old, and that the owner of that building told me all black men lie, cheat, and steal. Now, as you can imagine, that was my last day.
Of course.
But
Easy.
you know, just to hit that at age 16, I was
All that.
man, you know, that's crazy.
Yeah, and that's what we really here. We here to dispel those things. We here to show you looking and hearing from 3 fathers, 3 husbands that's in marriage. We're happy, you know.
I'm happy, baby. I love you.
Love you. I love you, mama. I gotta get there too, so everybody else. Make me look bad. Why you ain't shout?
Yeah, crazy.
I'll play love.
But yeah, we really want to show y'all that it's really people out here doing it. We don't get the recognition, and we ain't here to kind of diss what nobody else doing, but we here.
Right.
People's Podcast is here. And along with the positivity, if you are watching us, you'll see our shirts. Right now, people can't see it. We have a shirt. It looks like the no sign it looks like fish bones. So a lot of people ask me like, what does this shirt mean? So I started this maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago. No bones. So no bones. As a kid, I was always someone who was able to listen to anyone and kind of take the good and the bad. And so my grandma used to always say, sometimes, baby, you got to be able to eat the fish and spit out the bones. And as I started thinking of that, when I, got older, it was like, okay, so that's just with life. You may come to me and bring me some info. I may not agree with everything you're saying, but I'm going to find something in what you're saying. But even taking a step further, no bones to me is no negativity. Everybody may not agree with the podcast. They might not accept it, but guess what? We here and we going to be here. And even if you don't like us, we going to make you like us. We going to bring it in.
You don't have a choice.
It's
or my dog Erv.
Oh, sorry.
Y'all go put it out there and have somebody run up on me. But listen, I'm a peaceful.
Stay ready. You got to get ready.
I'm a peaceful guy. I love the Lord. But if you try me and one of my brothers up here, it is going down. Okay? You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, man, we just want to give people something positive to look at, and even if you may not understand at first, we're gonna get you, we're gonna convert you, So that's just what it's about, man. So these teas we have, no bones, we not accepting no negativity towards this podcast. We want to give some people they can look forward to every day, man. Yeah. And that's just what it is gonna be. So now, man, we just want to this is like a little intro, like a behind the scenes, like who am I? So we want to give people a little bit about us, man. So J-Erv, man. If somebody trying to know, like, tell us something about you. I know you're kind of mysterious guy.
No,
I ain't St. Patrick, y'all.
The real.
No, man. So for me, I'm very easy to get along with, man.
Sure.
So my thing is, I try to keep an appearance where you don't know what you don't get. You know what I'm saying? Once I know, you're genuine, you'll figure out that, hey, man, J-Erv is a good dude. But I like to keep people guessing, so you don't know, man, like how to come at me. So just make sure it's with respect, because that's the biggest thing for me. In order to give respect, you have to give it. So first and foremost, that's what I live by.
Hey, and you shouted out 2 Up, 2 Down.
I did.
So you's a real like not a lot of people know about the 2 Up, 2 Down.
Shout out, man. North. Oh, there's from you know what I mean? Virginia Beach.
Hey, Tidewater area.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the home. But a little fun fact: I was actually born in Pensacola, Florida. So shout out P. Cola, Roy Jones, and Miss Smith, everybody down there. Man, love y'all, man. But I moved when I was like 6 years old.
Okay.
To Virginia.
Okay.
I went up there to stay with my grandparents. The next year, my mother and my brothers and my sister came up there, and I was living up there ever since. So, it's not about where you was born; it's where you spend the majority of your life.
Where you raised.
So, I'll never forget where I come from. I love Pensacola, all my people down there, man. But VA is what raised me. Made me to the person that I am today. So, that's where a little edgy or the attitude sometimes come from, because you gotta be on your P's and Q's, and especially
you see how AI move.
Oh man, AI, clips, everybody, man. So you know how it goes.
All that. C-Jizzle, what you got,
Man, like I said in my intro, bro. Born in Florida, Orlando. Shout out to Old Town.
Orlando, you gotta be a Gators fan.
I am a huge Gators fan.
Okay.
I'm probably the biggest Gator fan you all know. There's nobody who likes the Gators more than C-Jizzle. I was raised in Valdosta though, so it's funny that Erv. I know VA Virginia is the true VA, but Valdosta is also VA. So
what part of Georgia is that?
This is South Georgia. This is
hold up. Now Valdosta is the South.
That's South.
That's South.
It's the South. Now
what kind of South?
Now it's not like Mississippi South.
Oh, okay, all right, gotcha. Okay.
Alabama South.
Now, hold on. Remember, if you listen to Alabama, man, we love y'all, man. You know who we talking about.
We're trying to get some
If you're listening in Alabama, I'm not talking about where you at in Alabama. I'm talking about the other side.
If you
the side you don't like, that's the side we talking about. So we are on the same page. But family, man, I love my wife. I love my children to death. I grew up with a tight-knit family. my
How
dad.
many kids, man?
I have 4.
Hey.
I have 4 baby's kids. So, and y'all know y'all baby's kids, so you can't even get mad at me for calling that. Y'all know you.
Shout out to the guys.
Yes. So this is got the godfather of my boys right here, Mr. Weeks in the building. But God fearing.
Love the Lord. Hey, this dude, if people say they love their wife, this dude, I love his wife.
No, I can tell.
Like, they be gazing into each other.
I love my wife. She's a lot of the reason why I am the man I am today.
That's good.
I wouldn't be here without her. Right. Honestly, man. I wouldn't want to strive to be the man I am.
Hold on. So he's married and you happy?
Yes. But happy.
But remember, we ain't
we're not happy.
We're not happy. We gotta go get somebody from a different race to be happy. No.
And both of you wives are black?
Yes.
Oh
my
queen. Gosh.
My wife is down south, homegrown.
Hey, all day. So along with you, I got some VA roots. Born and raised, Alexandria, Virginia. A little bit of DC. So I understand the swag with it. But definitely 2 up, 2 down all day. Not only just for VA, for me, it's also about the whole DMV. For those who don't know, DMV is an acronym for DC, Maryland, and Virginia all day. So definitely for me, is along with you, man, coming from VA, and then I actually moved to NC and then now to Georgia for it. Definitely got a little bit of everything, a little bit of street, a little bit of properism, a little suburbish, and got a little more of an ATL, got a little South Philly for it. So definitely was dope. When I moved to Georgia, I love Georgia, I love Atlanta. It's just always something.
Shout out to GA, baby. Let's go.
It's just, I just love, Atlanta specifically when it comes to Georgia, just because being someone that grew up between DC, VA, more of a city thing, forward field, upbeat. I want to be able to move how I move, and I don't care what you into here. You can find it. It's fun. If you in the club, you got the clubs, you got every football, basketball, every type of sport
that you need is right here.
I think you got on lacrosse games, cricket, rugby.
But growing up in Valdosta, that was one of the things that made you successful. Like, that's something you look forward to. Growing up and moving to Atlanta. That's what you did about us. So
true.
When you make it to Atlanta, that boy made it.
So that was like you.
Yes.
So you okay.
So now that I'm here, when I got here, I realized this is why people say I want to move to Atlanta. This is a great place.
Oh, makes sense. Yeah. Definitely for me, being someone that came from VA and kind of had a lot of challenges growing up with a lot of other people for it was important to me to make sure that I did something that was going to be unique, and also I was going to make my mom proud.
Yeah.
And so that's why I created James Entertainment, which is my acting company, So I'm happy to have that, be able to give people a platform that normally wouldn't have opportunities for. Right. So
I'll say it again.
Excuse me. My bad. Hold on. Excuse me, people. You plug CEO and founder J Weeks.
Hey,
J Weeks Entertainment.
He trying to slide it in. Come on, man.
Hey, man.
What are we doing?
Don't try to be modest.
We giving the people what they want. Come on,
Hey, okay. Like they said, CEO and founder of J Weeks Entertainment. What we believe, acting is a lifestyle, not a hobby. It's a lot of different companies on there. We banned it right there, got the bands on all day. We definitely, there's a lot of companies in Atlanta, when it comes to acting, and a lot of people to teach and everything. But our biggest focus at James Entertainment is just, we want to create something that you can take. And I think about it like, if you look at it like a company, right? Mm-hmm. When you good at a company, they want to keep you doing whatever you do.
Absolutely.
If you like, I'm great at computers, but you don't do computers. They like, but you do this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you said so. That's all we need.
You good at that. You stick.
Now, for me with James Entertainment, I understand that, when I'm teaching someone a class or they come to a show, you may not be an actor, you may not be a director, but my goal is to make sure I inspire you to do something and whatever it is you want. I want to spark the light that's going to get your creativity flowing.
So just to bring that up, just to talk about that class that we had. So J Weeks, when he first get the studio going, he had a mock class.
Yeah.
And I came to the class. My wife, J-Erv, was in the class as well. that class taught me so much about myself. And one, I didn't think that I would have fun. I really was just doing it to support. But I had so much fun. Like, that class is what really made me say, I'm going to start a podcast. I can do it. I'm going to be comfortable doing it, and I'm going to win with it.
Hey, and so like for me for that night, man, I had a blast, man. So the podcast didn't come to my mind then, but my thing was my man's was just starting out,
right.
And no matter what he asked us to do that night, so I think I was running around here like an elephant.
Yeah, you an elephant.
I know that footage is somewhere around, but please don't release that joint. We had a lot of fun, but
my man had the trunk.
Right. Well, my biggest thing was, man, just showing that support, man. Because like one thing I always say, people never respect the hustle and the grind it takes you to get to where you're going. They always look at the reward. They don't look at the groundwork. And I wanted to make sure that my mans know, like, hey, regardless if you go to to the top of the top or wherever you at,
Right.
we rocking with you. So
Right.
that was a good night, man.
Yeah, and that was big for me, that you guys came out because, I came to y'all and said, hey, this is what I'm doing. Y'all was like, I don't know what you want me to do, but I'm going to be there. And so for me, it was important to take the people that really supported me to show them what I do, because I don't think y'all have really seen kind of how I move with that as far as with acting-wise. I don't think.
No,
so,
first time.
Yeah. So, it was important to me to show y'all, like, it's so much more to this that people don't know. And, we just actually celebrated 9 years, 2 days ago. So shout out to that. So people out there think we playing is not a game out here for. So definitely, man, we want to continue to grow with J Weeks Entertainment. For those who need acting classes, holler at us. 695 Pilot Street, ATL. We here. Holler at us. But definitely, man, definitely somebody who definitely want to push people and make sure they can grow. A husband and a father. Love my beautiful wife, Esperanza. Love you, mommy. My kids, Lola and King. The heart, man. I know how it is. Like 4 kids, wife, man. It's nothing better than coming home and they just happy to see you, man.
Oh, man.
I don't know how y'all feel.
Yes, it's nothing. I can have the worst day. When I go to put that code in that door and I can hear, either Cameron or Chris, Daddy!
Right.
Oh my God, bro. It's just like, okay, let me clock out from this job. And now it's time to clock into being a dad.
True.
You open that door and you have a big smile on your face.
Yeah.
Try to, give them the same energy that they give.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's a beautiful thing. I got two girls.
That's why you got 3 traps.
I have a 6-year-old and I have a 4-month-old. So those that with my wife, that's my world. That's my everything to keep me grounded. You know what I'm saying? Just like you said, when you come home, no matter what is going on, like my daughter runs up, she's sick.
They don't care.
How's your day? How was work? You know what I'm saying?
Right. They don't care about that at all. So that's definitely great to have that feeling when they can come home, man. I know you be super excited when you're there.
Man, listen, I cannot wait for my days to be over. You know what I'm saying? Just to get home to my family, right, to my kids. So, like I said, that's a beautiful, beautiful thing to have. I'll enjoy being a father, and being a husband.
Now I will tell you, I know it'll be closer, sooner for you than it will be for her. But some kids do, get to that age eventually when you come through the door that they don't run and get so excited about, you being home.
Oh yeah, no, my daughter is 10, so I mean,
okay,
I get that. Now King is only 6, so King is like more like, where's my dad?
Yes.
If he get home and he know, okay, my daddy coming this time, he might even hit me with Daddy, what took you so long?
Right.
What? It's 6 o'clock. You normally get home by 5. So I already know.
I'll do you one better, dog. So like my wife always say I have 2 wives. So my oldest, my 6-year-old, if I'm not home, she doesn't ask mommy where daddy is. She calls me. She FaceTime.
I believe it.
She FaceTime.
I didn't see the back.
Right. And she can't text, right? So she'll just type a bunch of stuff on the keyboard and send it to me so I know, hey, where you at? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Good.
Hey, Parker is the truth, but she don't play.
Not at all.
You can't. I remember, dog, the first time we took her and King to the mountain, and King was saying, Daddy, but he was talking to me. Parker thought that she was talking about her, and he was like, oh, She said, no, that's my dad.
Yeah, because we have the same thing.
So she was like, no, that's my dad. That's my dad.
She does not play.
Okay, no nonsense. And my daughter's like that too. Lo will like, you better not even look at me the wrong way. She like, So she definitely don't play. So I know it's definitely exciting and wonderful to have family and kids and just be husbands and just put positive things out. But I guess the people want to know, what can we really expect from this show? You know what I'm saying? Like, what can they expect? If I'm tuning in, what can I expect from the show?
First and foremost, you're gonna get the truth. You know, we're gonna bring it to you real, regardless of how you may feel. We're gonna bring what's needed. Stuff that's not talked about. In our culture. So just sparking that interest and just making sure that we are for the people, never compromising who we are, regardless of where we're going on this journey. We're doing this for y'all, and we thank y'all for the love and support. So that's what you're gonna get from us.
C-Jizzle.
Positivity. That's my biggest piece. Our No Bones initiative. We're going to, even if we're giving you a negative topic, we're going to spin it. We're going to bring some positivity. We're going to shed some light every week. Show you what we can do when we stick together.
Yeah, definitely. For me, it's just a feeling that you get. It's like when you hear the theme song from Mark, you can't tell me you don't feel something.
Oh man, if you don't, it's something wrong.
When you hear that, it's instantly like that feeling. That's what we want to create. We want to create something that's lasting. When you hear our intro, when you hear us talking, when you see that logo, we want you to know, like, this is something this is a safe haven.
The brothers got it together.
Right. This is a place where you can really come and just kind of voice, these are some of the things I'm excited about. This is where you can see representation from Black businesses, people that's really out here doing it. Dispelling these myths, man. So y'all ready for it, man?
I'm ready.
You ready to give the people what they really want?
I'm ready to give the people what they want. We are the People's Podcast, and you will refer to us as the People's Podcast rather than late.
You heard it first. If not, we definitely will correct you when we
So yeah, shout out to all the people that's just supporting us out there. Big round of applause for y'all. But I hate to shift the gears a little bit. But before I go, I got to tell y'all, it's something that's really just bothering me a little bit. So I got to tell y'all why I'm mad right now.
Tell me why you mad, son.
So we're on this positive thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here's what bothers me now. Whenever you see people are doing good, right? You see, you got your business popping, you doing it. You just said you was gonna do something, you doing it. And here come Erv. Like, dang, dog, you see J over there doing this, man. Why he gotta be doing this? He out there going on trips. Why he spending money? Like, why does it concern you? Why does that gets under my skin that people are bothered by other people's success, or not even success, just however somebody else is moving, they feel like they gotta be like, how does that hurt you, bother you in any way, how somebody else is moving?
To me, it goes back to the competition aspect of life. And you gotta think, even taking it back to the slavery days, right? Okay. They had, slaves fighting each other to get the best meals or whatever situation.
Right. Jim Crow.
Right. Mm-hmm. So when you see other people doing good, instead of inspiring, like, hey man, like, hey Erv, like, C-Jizzle, how can I get involved though? Like, what did you do to get where you are? Right, but now it's like, man, you see him, man, he think he all that, da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm very proud when it comes to stuff like that, because I don't want that unnecessary attention. Yes, the people that really support you, they know what you're doing. Yeah, regardless if you at the crib or you traveling, they're gonna be rocking with you day one. So those are the people you definitely want to associate with, man. But it's just crazy, like, just that negativity is it's a beast, man. How you feel about that?
Negativity is a beast.
A killer, man.
Yeah, I don't like it. It bothers me just as much as it bothers you.
Right.
I feel like you worry about what you have going on, and I worry about what I have going on. If you're not here to help me, if you're not here to support me, then you hurt me.
You really hurt.
And if you hurting me, I can't be around. I can't have that negativity. I can't have them bones. And I'm not about to eat fish and the bones.
No bones.
Yeah, no bones. No bones.
It's funny that you say that though. Like, to this day, listen, I don't eat fish with bones in it, right? My family down, so they get on me all the time because I have to have the bones
from Florida.
Yeah, right. You see what right. So when I tell people that, like, I had a real bad experience in the shop, like almost died choking on a piece of fish with a bone in it. Right? So ever since then, I'm definitely no bones
all day.
But to kind of spin it though, shout out to Kent Williams.
Yeah,
you got to have haters.
True.
If you don't have haters, then you're not doing something right.
You ain't doing it. Yeah. So
shout out to the haters. You keep hating.
Thank you.
We gonna keep moving. Appreciate it. We gonna do what we gotta do. So yeah, I just had to get that off my chest, man. But we definitely are excited for what's about to come. Y'all, like, the topics we got, like, I don't even think they ready.
No, I don't think so.
Like, as soon as they hear them, it's just gonna be, it's just they gonna be ready for it, man.
Right, so, the one that C-Jizzle sent just the other day, I was like, ooh, like I just heard some mean on the trail. I was like, ooh, that's gonna be
so we ready, man. So
we bringing y'all the heat.
We ready.
I'm listening to bring that heat, but we all bringing it.
All bringing, man. So stay tuned. Subscribe to us. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter.
Oh yeah, Twitter. Yes, absolutely.
All of them. Definitely, man. Make sure. Hey, and we out there live too. So when you talking, you have to talk to us. So this ain't somebody, computer generated. We actually out there doing it. So make sure y'all check us out on IG at B2B_podcast. Definitely on Facebook, Black to the Basics Podcast, as well as YouTube, and on Twitter, same thing. B2B_podcast.
We everywhere. We not going nowhere. So let's get you to seeing us.
We out here. Black to the Basics. Catch y'all.